Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm zmoT and Boom Beach. So, what I want to show you here is they've got something new. You've probably already seen this. Now, this might seem like not a big deal, but first of all, it goes over all of the things that were in the video. And if you watch Twitter at all, this is a brilliant idea. People have no idea that Mega Crab is coming monthly. They don't watch the developer video. Now, if they don't watch a video, I don't know if they're going to read this or not, because some people are just straight up ignorant, but Cliff Notes, Cole's Notes, whatever you call it, where you're from. Now, one of the things that they showed is there's 12 new tribe boosts. That's new information. Sounds awesome. I'm not even going to speculate on what those are, because I have no idea. Moving right along, they have 5 new prototype defenses. Now, there's only 7 in the game right now, so to add 5 is a drastic change. Now, my thinking on that is they're not just going to make up 5 brand new ones. There's not going to be like, because the grappler was just so different than anything else. Shield gens were so different than anything else. I don't think that it would make sense to make 5 brand new, out of nowhere prototype defenses, because those, the amount of time to balance those and plan those and design those and the amount of creativity required just doesn't make sense. So they've mentioned there's going to be one that goes after the lowest health attacker, and that kind of made me start thinking about balloons. If you've ever played balloons, there's different targeting strategies you can apply to your towers, and similar to on other tower defense games. And that got me thinking, I'm kind of assuming they're going to release existing buildings with tweaks, like seeing through smoke, targeting least health, targeting furthest away, things like that. And that would be an easy way to build, to change the meta, to change the defenses, and bring in new prototypes. And I'm sure like they have skilled graphics artists and sound people who can make them look a little bit different and act a little bit different, but I think that's going to be the easy way for them to bring in 5 new prototypes without having to spend too much time designing, balancing, and all that. And maybe they're going to balance them after the fact anyways, but I'm pretty interested to see that. Now, the first thing people said was rip zooka. So yes, that is a very, very important distinction. They said they did not say it's going to use the lowest percentage of health. It said it's going to have the least health. So that means if you're deploying heavy zooka, it's going to attack your heavies. If you're deploying tank medic, it's going to attack your medics. So that's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a change. I'm very curious if they're going to, once they start bringing in, I don't know if the term is AI or the intelligence of targeting based on different things. I'm curious if they're going to bring in they could bring in a troop that does exactly the same thing. Would be kind of interesting. I don't know. We'll see. But little changes to the game that could have huge, huge repercussions. So we're going to have to wait and see how those things come in. The fact that they've already talked about a sniper that targets through smoke and least health, so that will be good. And one of the things that they did in this message that's, I might be just trying to give them props for this, but when they brought in the prototype troops, they made a big tactical error in my opinion, and that was making the prototype troops look like tanks. People do not like tanks. A lot of the players in this game, as soon as they see tanks, they puke a little bit, and I mean, they are a viable troop. They do work, but a lot of players just straight up hate tanks. So when they brought out this message that said tank medic players need to be warned or something like that, it kind of puts a little bit of the emphasis away from the fact that it's going to target zookas and possibly nerf zookas. So just well done. I like that. I really wish they would have brought the prototype troops out with like a heavy carrying the mortar or something like that, or heavy with a mortar backpack or something like that, just to get, because tanks are just so gross to so many people. Now, moving right along, Mega Crab is coming. They talked about that. Now, what they haven't told us is how long it's coming for, and I'm very curious to hear what you guys are seeing, what you guys would like to have it come for. There were people on Twitter saying, please bring it for 5 days for those of us who work on weekends and stuff like that. And I have to say, I completely disagree. If they bring it for 5 days, people are going to burn out. After that first Mega Crab they did, it was like 5 or 7 days or something like that, people just got absolutely overburned, and it was just gross. So I'm really hoping they do like a, like a 1 day is not enough. Something like a 2 day, 2.5 day, 3 day, 3.5 day, something like that. Oh, I forgot to fire core again. I'm doing really well this time. I don't know why I have Everspark loaded. Let's get a universal remote or something. So I'm very curious to hear what you guys think. I mean, obviously, if they did like a 10-day Mega Crab, everyone could upgrade a lot of stuff, and you wouldn't necessarily have to buy the second builder, and it'd be amazing. But could you imagine the burnout levels on that? Because they said there's going to be rewards, and you're going to be able to like get some sort of decoration or a guide or some sort of way to show how well you did. So I really, really hope it's not an incredibly long Mega Crab, because that would just wreck a lot of people. Okay, stage 6. Let's keep going. But yeah, and that's the kind of thing, like, I'm very curious for those of you out there who play tower defense games or play other games, what you think these prototypes could be. I'm thinking it's that I'd really like to see another kind of mine. I've talked about that before. That would like a hidden mine that would remove smoke or something like that. I'd also like the idea of different targeting least, maybe targeting most powerful, most DPS, something like that. Again, I don't know if these things can actually be implemented. It sounds fairly difficult to me, but you can never know unless you ask, right? So there's a good shock. I had 2 good shocks there, actually. That one mortar is going to wreck us, but yeah, I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say, because I know that there's a lot of people that have put these things onto the forums and onto Reddit and suggestions and things, and I'd be kind of curious to see if they're implementing anything that people have suggested, or if they're just making it up in their own, like if they're just locked in a boardroom throwing ideas at one another or something like that. Because 5 new prototypes is a lot. That's going to be a lot of work. I am very curious to see what those are like, how well balanced they are, and what new bugs they bring in with them. Because, I mean, any kind of change like that, they've shown before where it's changed the Zooka grouping when they brought in cryos. There was a radius bug for a bit, and I'm very, very curious to see if this will bring in any new bugs or changes in the game. And I'm not trying to say that to be cynical or anything like that. I'm just genuinely curious as to how this is going to change the game, because it will change the game, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep things moving, keep things different, keep things exciting, and sometimes that comes at a cost. So it'll be very... Oh, I'm going to get absolutely wrecked by mortars on this one. Yeah, let's see. Come on. Hopefully they've wrapped that one mortar at the back well enough. I think the med kits should take it down. Okay, so I needed 3 shocks there, used too many flares, I think, but overall, stage 7, very, very easy tropical, as always, and this is one of the things that I really, really hope they start to address, is tropical, and DrT Tropical is just too easy. I mean, I'm an XP 46, and I'm taking it down. I'm kind of assuming, and by the way, daylight savings time just wrecked me. I had this video like half recorded, and then I realized the DrT hadn't dropped because it was an hour ago. Let's have a look. Do we have any operation attacks I can show you quickly? Massive attack is down. One more shout out for Small 9. 50 out of 50. What? Well done, Small 9. Filling up. Like it a lot. You know what? I'm just going to cut it short. I don't have anything else that I have on my list of things to talk about, because my list was short today. 13 powder. Gross. So, new prototype defenses. Oh, and one other thing I saw... I think this is new. Let me just scroll down here. You can actually play these in-game now. You can actually play the video in-game. You don't have to exit and go to YouTube. I don't know if that's new or not. Let me know if you think that is. I think previous videos have played outside of the boombox, so that's kind of neat. You don't have to actually leave the game to watch the video. Like that a lot. And did you read this stuff? I'm curious to hear what people do. If you watch the dev video, if you read this stuff, if you wait for a YouTuber to break it down for you, or you just don't care either way and you just want to play the game. That's it though. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. Hit me up in the comments with your ideas for prototypes, what you think they'll be. Maybe I'll do a giveaway or something like that. If you can guess like 3 of the prototypes, I'll do a giveaway maybe or something like that. I've got a couple cool things actually. So there we go. Giveaway for whoever can guess 3 of the prototypes. And I'll even let you throw in the sniper that sees through smoke. You have to be somewhat accurate though. And please don't make me spend $400 on shipping, because that would not be fun. Anyways, enough rambling. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. Boom Beach on the brain. I'm out. Peace.